Hello there, this is Jack with Angel Home Solutions. Sorry about that. What I have learned today is, I learned during the panic time, it is important to be calm and be creative. And there are people that work around the clock to solve the issue. So if you are being impacted by coronavirus, I'm sorry about that. There are impact around the globe, and some people experience better, some people experience worse, but most of us going to be doing just fine. Try to be protective of everyone around you, especially those that is in a higher risk category. So what I also learned as well is this virus is highly contagious, but so does leadership is so contagious as well. What can you do? What can you lead in this kind of situations? Um, there are social media that you can interact with family. So try to avoid going out and spread the virus if you can, especially to your older one, your parents, somebody that have have an issue, have a pre-existing conditions that is higher risk than a normal adult. So that's what I learned, and I also learned the government is chipping their portion. They are releasing funds and emergency funds, approval on unemployment and stuff, releasing new law to protect tenant not being evicted, the business owner. There are help on the way. The checks is coming out. Hopefully, the amount is significant enough for us to sustain for this month or two. The message that I got from the social media, from the higher leadership is also, if you have to take that 30-day break, 30-day vacations, and then, just enjoy the family, avoid the spread. That's what I found pretty cool. We are here at Angel Home Solution is also impacted. What we can do to solve and being proactive is we are having everyone working from home, and we implement a buying over the phones. It is a secure and efficient way. It is a clean and secure way to buy houses that we implement as a policy right now. We've been doing that for a long time when we work with people having the property here locally in Washington, and they live in other state, for example, Alaska, Wyoming, California, and they need to sell the house here. We work with them over the phone. We close transaction over the phone, over the emails. How it work is we set the expectation up front. We was able to execute the process up to 95%, 90% of that over the phone, over the email. Get the agreement signed off over the emails. We have DocuSign or authentic signs, whatever you prefer. We can send that over, and then you can sign off on the agreement, get the process rolling, and then we only need to see the property when we need to verify the condition of the property, when we need to walk through. During that time, you can be there or you don't have to be there. We coordinate all the transaction, we coordinate all the access. We can, leave the lockbox there and you put the key. Only us know the access, and you know the access to the code. And then, after we have everything checked out, we'll proceed to closing. On the day of closing, you meet with a mobile notary. If you prefer to go to the office, totally fine with that too. You can do that or help them go to your place. Take about 30 minutes to an hour, sign off all that closing paperwork, transfer the title, and then you get your cash in your account the same day or the next day, and all of that without a major touch, shake hands, spreading the germ, spreading the virus. So what have you concerned, about this coronavirus situation here? What have impacted you? Please put in the comment below. Love to hear that. And whatever we can help, I'm happy to direct. Whether you are also a small business owner, there are resources that KingFi have shared, that potentially we can do a small loan. Defer payments. If you have tenant that is in trouble, um, being impacted by this coronavirus, losing their job, there are resources out there for them as well. Happy to share the link. Happy to point people into the right direction. But leader is contagious, and let it be that way. Think about what you can do to be the leader, and in a small scope to what you can control and contribute. So that is the message that I have learned, and what we have do and what we have done, and curious what you have learned and what you can do as well. Thanks. Bye.